Transformers is racist. Decepticon is a racial slur that is used throughout the series by the Autobots to label robots that are a different race than them and discriminate against them. And after all of the oppression that Decepticons were facing, they decided to have a civil rights movement, and the Autobots were having none of it. And a civil war just broke out because the Autobots could not handle that they had to treat the Decepticons like equals. And even with the civil war that broke out, Megatron tried to resolve things peacefully with the Autobots, but they were trying to persecute him. So he fled to Earth to escape Autobot persecution. And once he left Cybertron and fled to Earth, they just started slaughtering a bunch of Decepticons. They just straight up just started slaughtering Decepticons in the streets for no reason. Once Megatron got the news that Decepticons were just being slaughtered for no reason, he decided he needed to build up an army to fight against the Autobots. So he started looking for the Allspark. Fortunately for Megatron, he couldn't get the Allspark in time, and the Autobots caught up to him. And immediately they executed him the second they got a hold of him. Here's proof that Transformers is racist. Just look at the image on the screen. Megatron is trying to escape persecution and the stigmatism behind being a Decepticon. The entire point of the Transformers series is just to push a racial agenda against minorities. Autobots, whenever they got a hold of Decepticons, they would commonly use the word Decepticon to just stigmatize and just harass Decepticons while they are executing them and lynching them for no reason. And towards the end of the series, when they executed Megatron, the leader of the civil rights movement, they started exterminating Decepticons. So Decepticons had to flee. Again, this series is obviously just propaganda with a racial agenda behind it. But nobody wants to talk about that. Channels like Road Breach, who built their brand off of Transformers, will not talk about this issue. And I've already shown all the proof I need to prove that Transformers is racist. Just look at the image. Again, I'm just going to reiterate, Transformers is just a horrible series for racist and just terrible, bigoted people. The story behind Megatron's top general, Soundwave, is a very, very tragic story. Pushed Soundwave to become a Decepticon civil rights advocate and fighter was because his son, who was an A honor roll student and had a bright future ahead of him, was murdered walking home from work by Autobots. And what's frustrating is that people like Road Race just refuse to criticize the racial agenda behind Transformers and the propaganda that Transformers is trying to push. I think I've made my point very clear and very obvious that Transformers is a racist series. I'm going to end it here. Do not harass any of the names that I've mentioned in this video. Just show them the error of their ways and be polite.
I am Optimus Prime, and I hate